Hey everyone. Hopefully I can set this up and it won't move. Fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna have to hold this. So actually no, I'm not even gonna say that. I swear. So, fuck. I'm having a hard time collecting my thoughts because today has just been like a little bit crazy. So basically, I just quit my job. And that's been something that's been kind of stewing in my brain for the last few weeks. And I kept going back and forth with myself like, no, you can do this. You know, don't be a pussy, just do it. Whatever, because I was making good money and better money than I had been making at other jobs. By far. It's like I could have, or I was, at the end working 3 or 4 days to make basically the same amount that I was making. Sorry, I still get awkward when people walk by me, but whatever. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm definitely getting over it. Yes. Where was I? So many people. Yeah, so basically I quit because the pace of the job was not something that I could do without having a lot of anxiety. And, you know, like, I've never really struggled too much with anxiety in my life, so I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't want to be anxious every time I'm going into work. And I thought I could kind of, like, mind over matter that, but then, like, there's so many reasons. Like, the structure of the job just wasn't compatible with how I see things and how I would run a business if it was my business. Like, they were definitely putting money and, like, how many people can we get in and out of here over the quality of the haircuts. It was a barbershop. The quality of the haircuts and, like, interactions and relationships with people. And that's just not, like, if I personally owned a barbershop, you know, I'd probably do a few haircuts a day so I can really talk to people, really get to know them, take my time on their haircuts, make sure they look really good, etc. Yeah, and I was getting a lot of anxiety, and they were putting a lot of pressure on me to do things a certain way and to do it in the right amount of time. Whatever. I tried to push myself to make it work. Wasn't working. But then, you know, it's like the adult shit of being stressed over money and needing to pay your bills was kind of that fear was stopping me from just kind of ripping off the band-aid and, like, because at the end of the day, even though I've had pretty bad experiences with jobs, I know for a fact there has to be somewhere that has, like, at the bare minimum, just, like, nice people. Like, even if the job is kind of hard, like, at least the people there are nice. Like, that's all I really care about. I fucking hate the drama. I hate people talking shit behind each other's backs. I hate jobs that don't respect your boundaries, that are constantly asking you to work more. Whatever it might be. And, like, you know, it's not because they give a fuck about how much money you're making and if you can pay your bills. It's because something, for whatever reason, they need to have you there so they can make more money. And this place, it's funny. It's like, it was posing, well, it is a smaller business, but posing as, like, a mom and pop shop, which it definitely wasn't. Like, they're trying to expand a lot and be more so like a corporation or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it's like they had the same mindset, like money and numbers over other things, which is obviously not something I would want to support. But it's hard because, like I said, they weren't paying me well, but the customers' tips were paying me well. That's another thing. Like, if they weren't paying us shit in comparison to how many haircuts we were doing a day, we were doing like fucking 10 to, well, supposed to be doing 16 a day. Anywho, sun's my face. Also, I've been trying to not really wear makeup lately, which is really difficult because I live in a place where there's a super high standard of what you look like, and, you know, being on social media and looking at that stuff doesn't help. Yeah, but I'm trying to go against that as well and just do my own thing and not care what people think, because at the end of the day, my skin's gonna be healthier, and on top of that, it's really nice to get home and to just not have to wash your face and like just go to bed, or like you can rub your eyes or do whatever you want, whatever you want, without worrying like, oh, I'm gonna have makeup smeared all over my face. Yeah, I know I've been off YouTube for a while, and there's no specific reason for that. I'm sure, as you guys could probably tell on this channel, like, I'm a pretty spontaneous person, like, with art or, like, roller skating or whatever I enjoy doing. I kind of do it when I want to do it, and then when that urge passes, I won't pick it up for, like, a month or two, and then I'll feel like doing it again, and I feel like that's actually very normal for people to kind of have seasons of things, but I feel like we're so programmed to try to not do that and to try to just be consistent with everything all the time, and it's like, dude, yeah, like, nature is consistent in the fact that it always has cycles, but it's always a cycle. Like, there's always night and day, spring and winter. Like, obviously it's basic, you guys know what I'm saying, but I very much feel that, and especially probably as a woman, being that there's like a 30-day hormonal cycle and you have different hormones cycling at different times, like, and you just feel like doing, like, you're just more motivated some weeks of the month, whatever. Anyways, I guess this is just kind of me ranting about life, and I've just especially noticed, especially in California, like, the pace of life here and the fact that of how much people are expected to work is, like, ridiculous. Like, not even at the job I was at, but for example, my roommate is gonna have to quit her job because she was working a place that was expecting her to work 80 hours a week. And I'm like, dude. And, okay, no offense to any business people watching this, but I'm like, dude, is your job really that important that you need to work 80 hours a week and sacrifice your entire life, basically? Like, your kids don't see you, your wife or husband doesn't see you. I'm sure your health is suffering, because there's no way in hell you're cooking and working out among, like, fucking, 12-hour days, probably longer, I don't know. Yeah, these people have a problem, society has a problem, and I could definitely sit here and analyze that. Like, it's very obvious to me what that stems from. It's just lack of self-love of people for themselves and other people, obviously, and then lack of no, I mean, really, it just comes down to lack of self-love, period, because yeah, I'm not gonna get into it in this video, just a bit. Yeah, so wish me luck in finding a new job. I would love to work somewhere that is outside in the sun, working for people that really give a fuck about the environment and the people that work for them and pay them fairly. You know, if anyone sees this, I live in Orange County, like, nearish to the beach. You know, I'm sure this video probably won't get a lot of views, but on the off chance that someone does see this that lives in California and you want to help me out, by all means, give me any recommendations that you know of, because I'm definitely down to hear any of that. Yeah, and if you're at a job that you absolutely hate, I hope you find the courage to just fucking rip the band-aid off and, like, get the fuck out of there, because it's not worth, dude, like, you could be dead tomorrow, I could be dead tomorrow. Like, do you really want to spend the last few years of your life just sorry, once again, someone's staring at me. Do you want to really spend the last few years of your life on someone else's timeline, basically helping them do something that most likely isn't providing any good or any value to the world, probably taking away from that, in fact? Like, do you want to spend your life doing that? Because, like, I get it. There's adult shit that you have to handle, like paying your rent, etc. But there's a lot of expenses that I feel like people have that could easily be taken down, at least temporarily, until you find a job that you really do like, which is what I'm going to try to do, obviously. Can't just be like blowing through cash when I'm in between jobs, but that's it's a whole nother issue, because I'm really good at spending money. Yeah, but if you're at an unfulfilling job, or not even unfulfilling, because yes, it's hard to find your purpose and find a job that's perfectly in line with that, but if you're somewhere that's toxic and is expecting you to work and sacrifice your health and sacrifice your time with your family, it's not worth it at all. Like, there's so many places you could work at, and who cares if it's like a demotion, right? Like, that, you caring about your status in society is just like, it's like you don't care. The part that cares about that is the part of you that's brainwashed into thinking that you need to fit in. Okay. I think I'm gonna end that video, or this video, there, and try to learn to speak English a little better, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, hope you guys are having a good day. Hopefully I'll make videos more often, but I'm not gonna promise anything. Okay, bye.